Say cheese! Now, there are a lot of games that let you take pictures, either in a dedicated photo mode or with your character's own camera or cell phone. But this video is all about the games that go above and beyond to find interesting and inventive ways to use photography as a core part of their gameplay. Most of these games are on Steam, some are out now, some have demos, and some are coming soon. Let's start with the puzzle games. Titles where you view the world from new perspectives in order to interact with the environment and solve mysteries. A pretty recent and successful example of one such game is Viewfinder, which came out in July. The concept is simple. Take a picture of something, position it to your liking, and voila, the photo is now reality. It is a very cool game and will continue to blow your mind again and again. Then we have Nuts. It's described as a surveillance mystery where you go into the woods and investigate a suspicious group of squirrels. It's got a really cool style that adds to the mystery and feeling that something is off. Place cameras during the day and watch the footage when the squirrels come out at night. A really cool concept that I think was executed very well. Switching from something very colorful to something with no color, this is Toem. Even though it's in black and white, the game is still bursting with personality, and I highly recommend it. Chat with quirky characters and solve their problems by snapping neat photos. If you're into bite-sized experiences like a short hike, this one's for you. Plus, there's a demo, so no harm in trying it out. And since learning a language is kinda like solving a puzzle, the last game in this section is Sashingo, Learn Japanese with Photography. A brilliant idea if you ask me. It was successfully funded on Kickstarter earlier this year and looks super promising. All you have to do is take pictures of places and objects to start learning their translations, and there's even a scavenger hunt mode. You'll have a whole new language mastered in no time. Maybe. If that got too intellectual for you, I'm now moving on to the creature collecting games. Obviously, the Pokemon Snap series is a perfect example. Somehow I never knew about the original game until the new version was announced. It's definitely something I would have loved as a kid. One of the games that first inspired me to make this video is Photogeist Albums. It's not out yet, but a demo should be coming soon-ish. You play as Tara Estler, who finds herself in the middle of some shenanigans in the small town of Stafer River. Use your camera to photograph strange creatures called geists. They don't always appreciate your presence though, so prepare for a fight. If you want to learn more, you can join the Photogeist Discord server. Oh, you want to take pictures of dogs instead? No problem. Photograph and catalog the finest and derpiest dogs to build your career, upgrade your camera, and discover new canines in paparazzi. No humans here, just dogs. Wait, you actually want us to take pictures of aliens? My bad. Okay, here's Cellular Harvest, a lo-fi game about photographing aliens so that your employers can turn them into toothpaste. Totally normal, no funny business here. The last one is sort of a mix between puzzle, investigation, visual novel, and creature collecting, but we'll continue this theme of entity snapshotting with cryptids and other urban legends. Project Anomaly is an upcoming supernatural investigation game with a free demo where you solve some wacky cases involving otherworldly beings by using your camera and charming personality. Moving fully into the story games, here's Opus Prism Peak. We still don't know much about this other than the fact that you play as a photographer lost in an ethereal realm attempting to unveil its mysteries with your camera. If you could travel through time, who's the first person you'd meet? Once Again is an interactive story about a boy who spends his summers wandering between past and present. After meeting her, Summer will never be the same again. The story here is told through this minimalistic comic layout and looks to be both calming and thought-provoking. Popping off the page and back into 3D, this is Ruth's Journey, formerly known as The Long Way Home. Embark on a journey with Ruth, an adventurous hobbyist photographer, as she escapes her boring office job to chase down the rare golden finch. I really can't wait for this game to come out. It looks magical. On to the spooky stuff, because cameras can be used in some pretty terrifying ways. Of course we have classics like Five Nights at Freddy's and Outlast, but let's go back even further. Michigan Report from Hell is a PS2 game from 2004 following a Chicago news crew investigating a mysterious mist. The gameplay features the player as a cameraman guiding the reporter through different scenarios, with the ending being influenced by what the player captures on film. It was brought to my attention a few months ago by Boulder Punch, who made a very interesting video about it. After Dream is a 2D psychological horror adventure game that just came out in September. Get lost in a lucid dream, bending the lines between reality and fiction. Utilize this strange camera to navigate through a ghost's mysterious residence and find the purpose of your nocturnal visit in a vivid and dreamlike setting. Last in this section is Interior Worlds, which could be considered horror to some and relaxing to others. It's one of those liminal space games, and it's probably the only one I'd actually play since I really enjoyed its demo. It's both ambient and unsettling, and your camera has a bunch of different options for capturing the perfect scene like zoom, focus, and tilt. If you really want to get technical with your photography, here's the upcoming Lushfoil Photography Sim, a tranquil exploration and photography experience set across a vast selection of faithfully detailed landscapes. Too realistic? Here's Umurangi Generation, another first-person photography game, this time set in the shitty future. You're a courier for the Tauranga Express, tasked with filling photo bounties and delivering parcels. You can get really creative with your photo composition by unlocking a variety of lenses and equipment and capture some pretty cool moments. And Vignette Memories of Baru has a bit of a softer color palette if that last one was too in your face. Set in the whimsical world of Baru, equipped with nothing but a camera and a couple of lenses, you venture out to capture photos of the world around you, let your creativity guide you, and help the city's peculiar residents by fulfilling requests. There's even a little demo up on itch. And those were some of my favorite photography games, along with a few that I'm really looking forward to playing. Let me know if I missed out on any in the comments, and feel free to check these out too.